we go with This Week in History, trivia style. Question, 7 questions. Our goal is to get all of them right using the collective brain amongst us. Are we ready? I hope so. I know there's a time delay, so I read the question. I gently read through the multiple choice answers. And if I don't have an answer from you by then, I give you my answer and sometimes the deduction that got me there. On November 18th, question number 1, on November 18th, 1883, standard time zones were established in the United States of America. What industry was responsible for their creation? What industry created standard time zones? And there's no more comment. Something happened there. I could tell from the shirt that's me today. That's me today. That's me today. And I don't know where the comments went. I got laugh emojis. I got smiley emojis. Thank you. Thank you. Farming. All right. James is back. I got farming. Here are your options, your multiple choice options. Is it shipping, railroads, aviation, or manufacturing? Farming was not one of the options. You have 4: shipping, railroads, aviation, manufacturing. James Taney gives a test. Test complete. Test sat. You are working. Yeah, I had to pick it up, or maybe you weren't saying anything. I know the answer because I'm smart like that. The answer is, I'm delaying to give you another chance to choose from the multiple choice. He is now choosing railroads, and he is correct. It is railroads. Now, is he really correct? We don't know until we get to the bottom. I also don't know what the test answers are. Sometimes test answers are wrong. We've proven that in the past. Question number 2, on November 19th, 1863. President Abraham Lincoln delivered the Gettysburg Address. How many minutes long was the address? He was not the guest speaker for the dedication of the military ceremony in Gettysburg. He wasn't even an afterthought. They didn't go like, oh, Jesus, we should have invited the president. The president went to them. So, is it okay if I talk during the dedication? And they're like, yeah, sure, Charlie. You got 2 minutes. Wrap it up. Wrap it up. Wrap it up. Maybe you caught that. Maybe you didn't. Here are your multiple choice answers. Was it 2 minutes? Was it 10 minutes? 20 minutes? Or 45 minutes? How long was the Gettysburg Address when addressed in Gettysburg? I am watching myself talk there, trying to figure out how long the delay is. There's me laughing. And I don't want to turn the volume up on that because that gets really distracting. Here I go with the multiple choice answers again. So now you have no excuse not to give me your answer. I can't have dead air. The wife says 10 minutes. She's playing along. What is your guess, sir? I can't do dead air. I can't do dead air. I have to, I get fired for dead air. So I've given you plenty of opportunity. I'm watching adamantly trying to get your answer. The options were 2, 10, 20, 45. The wife says 10. She's wrong. It's 2 minutes. If you'd have been watching closely, you'd have saw me give away the answer by accident. He says 25 minutes, which wasn't even an option. That's hilarious. That's wrong. He's not going 7 for 7. She's not going 7 for 7. I could be going for 7 for 7. Or I could just be wrong. Question number 3, November 20th, 1945. Pay attention. The Nuremberg trials begin to prosecute war crimes committed during what war? November 20th, 1945, Nuremberg trials begin. They are prosecuting criminals from what war? They make it easy. They only gave us 3 options, or I didn't scroll down far enough. Let's see. No, there's 4 options. World War I, World War II, the Korean War, or Vietnam. Was it World War I in 1945, World War II in 1945, Korea, or Vietnam? James pops in with World War II. What does the wife say? What does the wife say? She is not playing along anymore. Understood. World War II is the answer. Nuremberg trials were used to convict Nazis for their heinous offenses. On November the 21st, 1995, the Dayton Agreement was signed to end the conflict in what region? What region was having a conflict in 1995 that the Dayton Accord signed to end? Was it the Middle East? Was it the Balkans? Was it Northern Ireland? Or was it Central Africa? Yes, some of these questions are obviously answered, but they have to be answered. I can't just assume. November 21st, 1995, they signed the Dayton Accords to fix what problem? The Middle East, the Balkans, Northern Ireland, or Central Africa? The clock ticks away as I let you think of your answer. I know my answer. I don't want to give you my answer until you answer. Mr. Taney says Balkans. Mr. Taney's going to type in for his wife or thumb in for his wife, whatever he's doing. And she says, anyway, question number 5. I'll come back with my answer. On November 22nd, 1963, that was just 2 days ago. And nobody even commented on it. Nobody even mentioned it. There was nothing. I saw nothing on it. U.S. President John F. Kennedy was assassinated on November 22nd, 1963. Wife has no clue. Okay, I'll answer the question for question number 4. It was the Middle East. Yes, once again, they signed another accord to stop them from killing each other, and once again, it did not work. November 22nd, 1963, John F. Kennedy is killed. What city is he killed in? Is it Washington, D.C., Houston, Dallas, or Austin? Was it Washington, D.C. or Texas? That narrows it down, all right? November 22nd, 1963, President John F. Kennedy is assassinated in what city? I know the answer. Moving on to question number 6. On November 23rd, 2005, a video game console was launched by Microsoft that became a bestseller. What was it? What was the name of the video game console that was launched by Microsoft in 2005? Mr. Taney answers Dallas for the previous question. Ms. Taney says she doesn't know, doesn't care, doesn't want to play along, or doesn't have an answer. Question number 6 is about the Xbox. November 23rd, 2005, video game console was launched by Microsoft. The options are Xbox. Okay, she's not playing anymore. I understand. Xbox, the Xbox 360, the Xbox One, or the Xbox Series X. So when I said Xbox, I wasn't giving away the answer. There's versions of. November 23rd, 2005, what version of the Xbox was released? I am not a Xbox fan. I'm a PlayStation guy. I know it's not the Xbox, because the Xbox was years before. So in 2005, I believe that's the next generation of, and due to a lack of competition, oh wow, that fell hard. Ah, no! Oh, no. Sorry, lighting difficulties. One of the lamps just fell on somebody in the studio. Xbox, Xbox 360, Xbox One, or Xbox Series X. My answer is the Xbox 360. I always thought it was stupid that it wasn't Xbox 365, but they wanted to go around in a circle where I wanted them to cover the entire calendar. Going back to the comments real quick. La 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 la. Dora, am I like the one who cares? That's an adult. Okay. Finally, question number 7. I'm feeling really good about this week so far. That last one could be a little iffy. But currently, earthquake, 360. All right, he says 360 also. Finally, the last question, November 24th. I don't know why I'm stuck on December. On November 24th, 1859, Charles Darwin published a book that revolutionized science. What was the title of this book? November 24th, 1859, Charles Darwin published a book that revolutionized science. What was the title? And if you want to know anything about this book, here's a little tidbit you probably didn't know. That most of his information that he got while he was in the Canary Islands. Not the islands he's more known for. As a matter of fact, the Canary Islands and those islands in that chain are mentioned hundreds of times in the book, whereas the Galapagos are only mentioned like 4 times. Didn't know that, did you? You learned something. It's November 24th, 1859. Charles Darwin writes a book. What's the name of the book? Is it The Descent of Man? Is it Principia Mathematica? Is it On the Origin of Species? Or is it The Structure of Scientific Revolutions? Those are your answers. The T-Bone Book of Everything is a great answer. You get points. You get points for that. I know the answer. I have delayed as long as I could delay. The answer is On the Origin of Species. Obviously, I know a little something about it because I told you some tidbits about it. Now, let's check and see how I did and how you did. The Descent of Man, no. Here we go with the answers from this week's trivia. Number 1, the time zones were changed because of railroads. Gettysburg Address did last 2 minutes. The Nuremberg trials followed World War II. Oh, come on! I was so proud of myself. I was going so strong. It was not the Middle East that the Dayton Accords helped fix. Actually did fix. It was the Balkans. I got overconfident. Kennedy was killed in Dallas. In 2005, the Xbox 360 was released. And Charles Darwin wrote the book On the Origin of Species. So, 6 for 7. Yay me. And, whatever your count is, if you're watching now or if you're watching in the future. Thanks for playing along. It's always a great way to start my Sunday morning, hanging out with friends and doing a little trivia and talking about national days of the week and thinking about things to come. Join me next week for what could be the last episode of the Supplemental. Ladies and gentlemen, I remind you today, as I remind you every day, just be the best person that you can be. And if you're a great person today, be an even better person tomorrow. Chick Bruce sends her love. Bye.